Brooklyn by Tracy Brown. This book revolves around a young lady named Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a preacher's kid, and the family is considered to be middle class. Brooklyn is a teenager and young adult during this story. Brooklyn wants freedom from what she considered a stifling and fake family. Everyone has secrets, and Brooklyn blows them up on her way out the door. Brooklyn has no plan, income, or place to stay. However, she finagles her way to get all of that. Brooklyn wants her independence, but her desire to run from her upbringing and selfishness causes her to make some shady decisions with a hefty price to pay. You will have to read the book to see how Brooklyn fares with the decisions she has made and the outcome. Let me introduce you to some of the characters you will encounter. There is Elias James, Brooklyn's father, who is the preacher at the local church. Elias isn't as saintly as he portrays, and has laid hands on several of his female flock in an unholy way. Is it all about the money and societal standing like Brooklyn believes? Sabrina is the wife to Elias and mother to 3 children. Sabrina is the typical church mother in public, but has another side to her in private. Sabrina's love for their lifestyle has her behave in ways that don't seem supportive and/or loving towards her children. Amir, who is Brooklyn's older brother. Amir and Brooklyn are close and share their secrets with each other. Their bond is tested, and you will have to read the book to find out how it's tested and the outcome. Hope is the youngest sibling and is following in the footsteps of her parents in relation to being a goody two-shoes and consuming an overflow of religiousness. Hope is into her studies and doing as her parents say, which means she isn't that close with Brooklyn. You will have to read the book to find out if they can become the sisters Hope has wanted them to be or not. You'll hear about the local drug dealer Zoe that Brooklyn got involved with, who is the cousin to Brooklyn's bestie Erica. Now, while Brooklyn is running the streets, she encounters Stacy, Roscoe, Carla, Hassan, Angel, Josiah, and some other side characters that have a thread in this story. Brooklyn begins a life of illegal activity, getting fast money and making selfish and bad decisions. The streets are nothing to play with, and one can end up in dire straits. Brooklyn comes into the lives of these people, and her thought process gets her into some unsavory situations. Read the book to find out what Brooklyn gets into and if she can get out of it unscathed. When reading this book, I did not like Brooklyn at all. One life event seemed to cause a ripple effect in her life, which was understandable, but geesh, she just kept adding to the carnage. Her motives, decisions, and actions are selfish, immature, and hurtful to others. It seemed like she didn't care about anything other than her next come up. All I kept thinking was, when is this chick going to get it together? I thought sometimes the thrill of rebelling can cause one to make stupid life-altering decisions not only for that person but for others in close proximity. It is often said, hurt people, hurt people. My thought is, if you've been hurt, you know how it feels, and why would you want to inflict that onto someone else? Knowingly or unknowingly, after the hurt has been caused, the hurt person still hurts, and now the person they hurt feels that pain. Basically, hurting others doesn't make yours go away, and giving pain to someone just to have company in your misery is just wrong. But will Brooklyn learn that lesson before it's too late? Well, read the book to find out. There are some trigger warnings to give. There is an abortion experience, suicide described, death, violence, religious commentary and thoughts, molestation, and funeral experience described. Storygraph categorizes this book as emotional, sad, tense, and contemporary fiction. Libby has it as African American fiction. Goodreads has the above listed with the addition of mystery and thriller. I didn't feel this was a mystery or thriller at all. I read the physical copy of the book but can't remember if it contained any discussion questions. Some topics of discussion could be: how should parents react when a child discloses abuse by a family member or anyone for that matter in relation to what happened in this story? How does the parent's reaction affect the child's outlook on if they are being protected, believed, and valued? Talk about the motives or reasons why one enters into the life of ministry, considering Brooklyn's point of view. Talk about reasons a person would turn to the life of illegal activity, i.e. drug dealers. Do you believe they have a conscience on who they distribute to, or is it all about the money and gaining a level of street cred? The bond between siblings and the sharing of secrets. Do you believe what happened between these siblings was wrong? Talk about reasons why one would turn to suicide and what resources are available to help prevent it, what warning signs are there to look out for. talk about the honor among drug dealer code of ethics and if it is a reasonable code considering the act itself is illegal. Converse about the concept of hurt people, and why one would want to cause someone else the same pain. Well, these are just a few to get the conversation going. As always, you can keep it surface level or take a deep dive when discussing the different aspects of this story. I did feel that the ending could have been a little better. However, it did wrap things up in a pretty bow so that if there isn't a part 2, we got a complete story. The story definitely gave me a feeling while reading. I didn't like Brooklyn. LOL, I gave this book a 9 out of 10. I have enjoyed reading this author's work. This is the second book I have done a review on. When looking up some information on this author, I was saddened to find out of her passing. My sincere condolences to the family and loved ones. Another great creator of literature has gone too soon. I believe she had some other books in the works and will be on the lookout to see if any more will be released. If you haven't read the book, go get it and tell me what your thoughts are. If you have read the book, comment your thoughts as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the new voice and view. I have been playing around with the technical side. Go ahead and click subscribe, like and share. That is all for this round. As always, until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.